Do you think the American government will get you?
I don't think so, but only because we have a lot of support. It really is like that. We have people supporting us, doing a lot at various levels, from demonstrations in the street to just recently, just yesterday, 12 people went to an Obama fundraiser, paid $5,000 per person to sit at a table, and then all together got up and sung how unhappy they were with the White House's treatment of us and Bradley Manning, alleged source within the system. So that spectrum of support is what is keeping us strong, is what is keeping these forces at bay.
Now, while President Obama was out in San Francisco, rubbing elbows with tech giants and CEOs, he was greeted by a not-so-friendly crowd. Before he had a chance to speak, a group within the crowd started singing to the president. And their message was loud and clear, that Bradley Manning is being detained unfairly and without just cause. I guess that would be the president trying to respectfully treat their song like a joke. Although Obama continued on his schedule, failing to mention Bradley Manning any further, I think that it is clear that the message has been sent. That even though Manning is being moved to a new facility, that doesn't change or justify the actions that the government has taken against him. So perhaps as it finally stares the president in the face, he'll finally realize that the public knows what's happening and that they're not going to stand for it anymore.
I want to turn to President Obama, who was questioned by supporters of accused U.S. Army whistleblower Bradley Manning last week at a fundraiser in San Francisco. The president's comments were recorded on a cell phone. He said that what Bradley Manning had done was different from what Dan Ellsberg had revealed a generation ago. Listen very carefully. This is a cell phone recording.
We're a nation of laws. We don't individually make our own decisions about how the laws operate. No, he's so fine. He's so fine. I mean, he's being courteous and he's asking questions. No, he broke the law. You can make it harder to break the law. Well, what he did was he's done. No, it wasn't the same thing. What Ellsberg wasn't classified the same way. So,
President Obama openly declaring that Bradley Manning, who's yet to stand trial, has broken the law. According to Obama, the cases are not similar because, quote, Ellsberg's material was not classified the same way.
President Obama and the U.S. administration, the WikiLeaks disclosures embarrassed you and did bring attention to some of the wrongdoings of your administration and contractors and business associated with you. I believe, though, that damage that was caused by those was minimal compared with the damage that you are causing to yourself in your reaction to WikiLeaks. By trying to repress the free press, by trying to repress your people, you are causing far more global damage to your credibility than anything that the WikiLeaks publisher has done. Before they do something that they're going to really regret, both from a moral point of view and from a political point of view, that they go and read their constitution and that could still be a shining light, a beacon of democracy for the emerging Arab Spring, to go back to that position and hold their heads up high as an American government, the free press, which is the cornerstone of American democracy. It's not too late. Release Bradley Manning, stop the persecution of Julian Assange, stop the persecution of your own people, get back to what you're supposed to be doing, which is governing a democracy.
When they put you in the need to know, and they practice to deceive, you can talk to me,
Hello, my name is Alexa O'Brien, and I would like to thank the organizers of this event for inviting me to give comment to this distinguished panel. One of the triumphs of the Pentagon Papers was the judicial ruling that checked the encroachment of the executive. Today, we can wax poetic about the separation of powers between the executive and the legislative branch, but when both are owned by Goldman Sachs or a fundraising vehicle, there is no check or balance. When the judicial branch rules, as it did 2 years ago, that corporations can give unlimited campaign contributions to candidates, that those contributions don't need any kind of oversight, what we have essentially is a captured government. This phenomenon is a direct result of the civic institutions, check and balance, also decaying within civic society. The press, the civic square, our elections. When we straighten those things out, government follows. It's a natural consequence because they are requirements for good governance, especially democratic governance. I have been constructing a timeline of the U.S. investigations against Bradley Manning, Julian Assange, and WikiLeaks and the press. And in the process of going through the congressional record, I remember that Mike Gravel had actually read the Pentagon Papers into the congressional record. I feel that at this time, when you have a collapse of both the checks and balances that the framers put into our design for government, as well as the institutional decay within civic society, it requires the actions and virtues of a few good men and women to stand up and to galvanize the public, to create symbols that are impactful and resonate with our democratic principles, like a tuning fork. Reading the Gitmo files, but not only the Gitmo files, the URL, the commentary by Andy Worthington, an independent journalist and world-respected historian of Gitmo, and the thousands of pages of documents of the 765 individuals, their information contained within. There are 779 prisoners, but the Gitmo files that were released by WikiLeaks contain the information of 765 of them, would be a very powerful symbol, not only in defense of Bradley Manning, also WikiLeaks, but also the Gitmo detainees. And so, Mr. Ellsberg, I am requesting your help. I have a list of 4 representatives that I could ask immediately who have already cited WikiLeaks into the congressional record, articles about WikiLeaks. I feel that this is of great importance. It would also remind people of the Pentagon Papers, and one of the things that I know from going through the timeline of official documentation is that the U.S. has no legal prior constraint against an organization like WikiLeaks, and so they're trying to do anything and everything to not make it look like a journalistic enterprise. We have to stop them from doing that. I hope that you will help me. And I'll be giving a session on Sunday at 11 a.m. on the timeline. And I will be at Bradley Manning's arraignment on the 23rd. So thank you for your time.